the air raid timer one more time. It's time for Monday Morning Fallout. Monday Morning Fallout, of course, when we overreact to the football weekend, and what a weekend it was. Quarterfinal weekend in Texas high school football playoffs. Let's get to my 3 big thoughts. Thought number 1, something old, something new. We are now at the point where there are 45, be very odd at this moment, 45 teams still alive in Texas high school football players. If you didn't know, the Garden City McLean 1A Division I state semifinal had to get moved to tonight because of snow in the Panhandle. So that game's going on tonight. So we have 45 teams. And if you look across the teams that are remaining, there are you're going to notice like an interesting array of teams. You've got a lot of teams that we are used to seeing here. We got a lot of defending state champs still alive. Allen still alive. Carthage still kicking. Newton still kicking. And oh my God, are they still kicking? They're kicking something. Aleto's not a defending state champ, but teams we're used to seeing. Yeah. Aledo, Highland Park, Denton Ryan, teams we're used to seeing this far. Gunner, Canadian, Mart, all these teams. And then sprinkled in, we've got other teams. Teams that are making their a trip here either for the first time or the first time in a long, long time. The Decatur Eagles are state semifinalists.
Yeah, man.
The Iowa Park Hawks are state semifinalists. We're going to talk with their head coach in a moment. The Wichita Falls Rider Raiders are state semifinalists. That's not necessarily way outside the realm, but it's been a while since Rider's been this far. Not to mention Amarillo Tascosa. Not to mention San Saba. I know we've been talking a lot about Armadillos, but remember, they were 3-7 last year. Yeah. We've got this new blood of teams that have kind of infiltrated the state semifinals, and it makes for a lot of really interesting, fun matchups here coming up in the state semifinals. Beaumont Westbrook.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a team we haven't talked enough about.
Yeah,
a team that we have that we, I think before the playoffs started, we kind of looked at them and we're like, oh, well, maybe they can win Region 3. Well, now they've dadgum done it.
Yeah.
Like if you want to look at 6A Division 1, you're going to see a lot of blue bloods.
Right.
Duncanville, Allen, and Lake Travis North Shore is about as blue bloods get.
Yeah.
But everywhere else, you got a lot of new fun teams, which is going to make this a really exciting round. That's thought number 1. Thought number 2, the House of Heisman. And if there's any doubt, so they run those commercials.
Yeah.
With a House of
Heisman. I guess
Heisman.
this is technically a free plug for Nissan.
Yeah, it is. They run those House of Heisman things. They kind of nebulously say, it's just like, it's a house. It's a fictional house, right? Where they all live. I mean, I think it's pretty clear that it's in Texas, right? I mean
right
it would
now.
be the shortest. It'll be the shortest trip for everybody.
Yeah.
This is now back-to-back years with a Texas high school football quarterback winning a Heisman Trophy. It's Kyler Murray,
who left the state of Texas.
Who started their college football career in Texas.
Yeah, there we go.
And then if you go back, think about it. Robert Griffin III is in this mix as well. The state of Texas has had a really remarkable run of Heisman winners. And by the way, look, we're going to announce the Mr. Texas Football Player of the Week or Player of the Year nominee or finalists here. Kyler Murray was a 2-time winner. I mean, that's feeling pretty good. Between Johnny Manziel, between Robert Griffin III, we have had Baker Mayfield, we have had a remarkable run of Heisman winners coming from the state of Texas. All quarterbacks, all playing Texas high school football. And that should be a cause for celebration for all football fans in the state of Texas. That right now there is no doubt that Texas is putting out the best players in the state on a most consistent basis.
Definitely.
Or in the nation, rather. And thought number 3, the cruelest round. So this is I believe the 4th year that we've done this show. And 4th time we've done a state semifinal show on Texas Football Today or DCTF Live. And every single year I have made this big thought number 3. Every single year. Because the state semifinals is easily the cruelest round of the Texas high school football playoffs. And this, again, to explain, this kind of spawns from I've picked up watching soccer. And you guys are big soccer aficionados, right? In soccer, it means a lot to make a final.
Right.
Even if you lose. if you make a final, you're etched in history. Oh, they lost the final, but they're in it. I think the same thing holds for Texas high school football. There were probably two blowouts last year in the state championship games, right? In that Carthage blew out their opponent,
and then Newton,
no, I was going to say Cy-Fair blew out their opponent.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: you can name those teams.
Yeah.
Carthage beat Kennedale. Cy-Fair beat Hewitt Midway.
Yeah.
Those teams are etched in history. Hey, tell me, who did Kennedale beat to get to the title game? Anybody? Anybody off the top of your head? Who did Cy-Fair beat to get to a title game? Anybody?
Oh, I feel like I should know that one actually.
Right?
Wasn't it Westlake?
I think it was.
It was.
Anyway.
Yeah.
That's not the point.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying, but
Come on, this is my big thoughts. Point is, if you make a title game, even if you go and you lose 100-0, you are etched in Texas high school football history. If you lose this round, you're an afterthought.
Yeah.
That's why this is the cruelest round of the Texas
true.
high school ball playoffs.
That's true.
Those are my 3 big thoughts. Helmet stickers. Helmet sticker for the Longview defense.
Good Lord.
Boy, howdy.
Good Lord.
They swallowed the Westfield offense whole. And I was so impressed, because I watched almost all of this game via our friends at Texan Live. Thanks, Texan Live. Almost all of this game. And the Longview offense did not have a good day. I think weather had a little bit to do with it.
Yeah, I think it played a big factor, especially the wind. The passing games for both teams.
Yes, just was not working. But the bottom line of it was that you could still see that like the Longview offensive line was getting a push. The Longview defensive line dominated this game. They were the dominant force in this game. The Longview defensive line. I'll give it to the whole defense because they pitched a shutout in a quarterfinal, and that is certainly not something to turn your nose up at. But if I were to specify, the Longview defensive line dominated this game. They were the number one factor, the number one reason that they are through to the regional, to the state semifinals. A helmet sticker for the Longview defense. A helmet sticker for Mary Hardin Baylor running back Markeith Miller. My man, we got a title game to talk about this week. Thanks to Markeith Miller, who ran for 183 yards in their big win over Wisconsin Whitewater. They are through to the Stag Bowl. They are through to the Division III National Championship down in Shenandoah, which is the Woodlands for anybody who doesn't know. To go to watch for a national championship. Mary Hardin Baylor is through, thanks in large part to the heroics of Markeith Miller. And a helmet sticker for Fort Bend Marshall running back Devon Achain. So this guy was all over the place. He was an unbelievable superstar in their win over Huntsville. And that's if you remove the last play of the game.
Right.
It wasn't the last play of the game, but the game-winning play.
Yeah, the game-winning play.
Where, if you haven't seen this play, Devon Achain, the running back, takes a reverse handoff, doubles back, and throws a touchdown pass to his teammate who runs it in for the score. And the go-ahead play. It was a nutso play, but Devon Achain was the reason they were in the game, and Devon Achain is the reason they won the game. Helmet sticker for Mr. Achain. Excuse me. My goodness, I'm back.
Hang in there. Hang in there.
3 teams to watch. The Decatur Eagles.
Here they are, baby.
How? What are you guys doing here? This is not supposed to be you guys.
I know.
But the Decatur Eagles keep on rolling. They are through to the state semifinals in emphatic fashion. A team that I think that we had kind of penciled in as like second-round cannon fodder, something like that.
And especially after Wilson Hicks decided he wasn't going to play.
That was the thing.
We came into the season expecting a lot of them, and then their star quarterback decided to play baseball, which is fine.
Yes.
But you don't automatically assume that they can keep it rolling. And it took them a little while to get it going, but that offense is clicking like it was before.
But it all started basically when they beat Andrews. I mean, heck, this is a 4th seed. This is a 4th seed out of that district, and they're through to the state semifinals. Yeah. Unbelievable job by Mike Fuller and company. Keep it on Yoakum. They're doing that Yoakum thing.
Yeah.
They drubbed Edna this week.
Yeah.
That was a dominant performance and really surprising too, because I thought that Edna was all those games between those 3 district bunkmates tended to be close, but this was Yoakum flexing and saying we are here. Yoakum is a team to watch, and of course Amarillo Tascosa. The Rebs.
They're just beating teams that we think they should.
Man,
That's
and
all
they
they're doing.
are just. I mean, that's such a great win last week over Haltom, and a dominant. I thought. I mean, they were the better team. I don't think there was any doubt about that. They were the better team, and a really, really impressive performance from Amarillo Tascos that they are through to the state semifinals. 3 to C. I mean, there's 20 high school football games, so every one of them is going to be great. Here are the 3 I'm most interested in, or 2 of them. Yeah. Denton Ryan, Highland Park, Volume 3. This is the Highland Park has won the last 2. Denton Ryan, Highland Park has been the thing that Denton Ryan cannot get past. Can they do it this time? Denton Ryan has looked incredible. The defense has looked spectacular. Highland Park has pulled the rabbit out of their hat every single time they've needed to. This is noon Saturday at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. That is 1 to see. Stag Bowl. Oh gosh, let's see if I can do this. 46.
46.
46.
Right? Yeah.
Mary Hardin Baylor versus Mount Union.
Yeah.
6 p.m. Friday in Shenandoah. I believe it's number 1 versus number 2 in Division 3. This is for the Division 3 National Championship game. If you're anywhere near Houston, the state of Texas demands that you go to this game. Go and support the Crew. Let's go, Crew. Let's bring home a national championship to the state of Texas. Stag Bowl coming up Friday night. It's also on ESPN, so watch that.
Check back at TexasFootball.com this week, too. Corey Hogue will have a huge game preview, and we'll have both Corey and Shahan out at that game.
And speaking of teams that are quite familiar with seeing each other in the playoffs, like these previous 2 games. 7 o'clock Friday night, Vernon's Lions Stadium. Gunner, Canadian, Volume 3. Gunner, again, Canadian is Denton Ryan, and Gunner is Highland Park. That they have just had their number. Can Canadian find a way through? I'm really interested in this one. I think that this is probably the most evenly matched of the past 3 matchups, which could make this really, really fun. So that is going down 7 o'clock Friday at Vernon's Lions Stadium. Gunner and Canadian for a spot in the 3A Division II state championship game. And that is the final 2018 edition of Monday Morning Fallout.